Joe Leigh here for Seconds Out with Barry Mcguigan, one of the best ever. First of all, thank you for joining me. Mcguigan's Gym have had a fantastic night so far.
Yeah, we had 3 good wins, and they all look really good. And at the end of the day in this business, it's you know, people say, oh yeah, I'd love to see him boxing 4 rounds and 5 rounds and 6 rounds and 7 rounds, and he looked great. But people want to see knockouts, and we gave them 3 knockouts, 3 spectacular knockouts tonight. Caroline was exceptional with her body shot. She's getting better. She's going to be such a great fighter, and she's so good on the inside, and nobody's seen it yet. We've seen it in the gym, but she's so talented at right hook to the body. You know, she's a converted southpaw. She's right-handed, but this kid can really fight. She's won 9 national titles, European gold, so she's going to be as good a pro as she is an amateur, I promise you. And she just got to relax, and she was relaxed tonight, and she was a different girl than she was on her professional debut. But just you watch her going through the talent. She's really, really good, and I believe she can be a multi-weight world champion.
How often are you going down to the gym and checking out all the guys that are there?
I go down 3 times a week, 4 times a week, depending on what my diary's like. I'm, you know, busy myself doing various different things, and I've got sort of 5.5 grandchildren at the moment, so a 6th one on the way. So we give a hand with that, and I'm busy, and I do quite a lot of speaking engagements, do a lot of stuff in Ireland, TV shows and what have you. So, but I like to be in the gym. That's where I can actually contribute. Not that's where I really am a help to them when they're having a hard day in the gym, when their sparring is tough and they don't feel like they've done well, and I can just get them through that and encourage them and whatever. We have a great atmosphere in the gym. It's a buzzing gym, so much talent, and it's getting better and better.
Definitely. Obviously the Azim brothers out tonight as well. Just quickly on Adam, they all got first round knockouts, yeah, but Adam's was spectacular.
Yeah, Adam Azim is one of the best talents I've ever seen. It's as simple as that. And I've been around the game a long time. He's explosive. He takes a great shot. He never gets hit that much. Great legs, great feet, speed, and his explosiveness is just extraordinary. And he's going to go a long way. And you know, and he's got unbelievable fan base, which is great, because he's probably you know, he's looking at being the next Pakistani, British Pakistani to win a world title, and he's got incredible support. We have a phenomenal family, love them all. Dad Azim is just a great man. Mum and the kids, they're all just great.
Lawrence Okolie recently fought to defend his world title again. Where do you think he lies now? It looks like he's going to go up to heavyweight soon, but do you think it should be next if he can't get a unification fight with Breedis? Yeah,
I'd like him to get a unification fight with Breedis. I'd like him, you know, there's Gulamari, and there is Ilunga Makabu, the WBC champion. So there's a number of options available to him. I'd like to see him clean up the cruiserweight division before he steps up to heavyweight. Let the others sort themselves out in the heavyweight division, and then he can move on. But he's a very talented kid. Wasn't great in his last performance. Knows there's improvements to be made, and he's a hard grafter, and he'll be back in the gym again ASAP. I have to mention Hassan Azim is a really super talent. Not as talented as his brother, but incredibly powerful puncher. And he's going to be very good as well. He's a massive guy for welterweight, so he's really going to be a hard guy to handle for any of the champions at welterweight. And I believe he will move through the division fairly quickly.
Just quickly back on Okolie, have you heard anything since his last fight that suggests he's going to be staying at cruiserweight, and who that could be against?
Yeah, I mean, I'd like him to. That's only my preference. I don't manage him. 258 manage him. My son trains him. You know, but and he's having a rest at the moment. He trained for a long period of time for that fight, and therefore he deserves a rest. So I don't know when he's going to come back in the gym. I don't know what his plans are. He may go to heavyweight and come back down again. I'd like to see him be able to get those fights against Breidis, and he didn't look great in his last fight, and we're hoping that Breidis will be encouraged by that and he will take it, Marius Breidis, and if not, Ilunga Makabu, and then he can think about going up to heavyweight. But there's lots of action going on in the heavyweight division. A lot of the guys are tied up with mandatory defences, etc., etc. So he's got lots of time, and he's only 26 years old.
Just a couple more things then. First of all, Chris Billam-Smith goes into the rematch with Tommy McCarthy. What do you make of that fight? It's going to be entertaining.
Yeah, Billam-Smith is a fantastic talent, getting better all the time. He's been sparring brilliantly. He's improving all the time. I believe he beats McCarthy more substantially this time, and maybe even stops him. But he's in great shape, and he's getting ready. He's a thorough professional, and he's getting himself into great shape.
Just in boxing that's happening today, Warrington Giga Martinez. It's happening very soon, but very short answer. Who do you think wins that fight?
Very easy, very difficult fight to pick a winner. You've got to look at Warrington's vulnerability after that beaten up, and he suffered the worst type of defeat against Lara. He got beaten up, knocked down a couple of times, and then stopped. That has a really physical effect on you, and also it has a psychological effect on you. Kiko's looking great at the moment. He's knocking everybody out. He's chinning everybody with that looping backhand. So you have to make him a favourite in this fight. But you don't write off Warrington. He's a tough kid. So it's really a pick 'em fight.
Speaking about AJ, just very quickly on his fight with Usyk, it looks like it's confirmed now they're going to be going into the rematch despite what's going on in Ukraine. How does AJ win that fight, and do you think he can?
Well, he was psychologically beaten up as well as hurt in the last round. He looked like he was about to go. He has to make a radical change to that fight. He's just got to use his physicality. He can't stand off and try to be technical with Usyk. It's just such a stupid idea. Whoever gave him that tactics was completely moronic. He's got to walk the guy down, put him under pressure, use his physical power, and try and take him out of there.
Definitely. And then just a quick one on Fury White to end the interview.
Say again? Yeah, good fight. You got to pick Tyson. He's got the Indian sign over him. He's beaten him before. He's got that in his head, Dylan, and obviously his head's not in the right place at the moment with all these arguments that are going on. But if he gets into it, it could be a great fight. Could be a really good fight. But you got to make Tyson a standout favourite.
Definitely. Well, appreciate your time.